Today we're here to provide details and answer any questions that we can regarding the homicide that occurred on July 1st on West Street in the Village of Haverstraw, as well as the apprehension of our suspect, Yandie Martinez. This was a team effort amongst many law enforcement agencies. I cannot thank enough the men and women standing behind me, as well as the multiple agencies that are not able to be present today. I'd like to take a moment to introduce some of the individuals standing behind me who are able to make it here today and represent their respective agencies, as well as list every agency involved. From the Town of Haverstraw Board, we have Deputy Supervisor Isidro Cancel, Councilman Johnny Ortiz, Councilman Vincent Gamboli, Councilman Ralph Kirschkel. From the Town of Haverstraw Police Department Administration, we have Lieutenant James Hanson. From the Town of Haverstraw Detective Bureau, I have Sergeant Stephen Rosado, Sergeant William Gould, Detective Eric Ramos, Mike Kruger, Nick Armida, John Wamsley, Edward Lopez, Raymond Lund. From the Rockland County District Attorney's Office, we have Rockland County District Attorney Thomas Walsh, Chief Assistant District Attorney Patrick Frawley, First Assistant District Attorney Doreen Lloyd, Chief of Detectives Deirdre Smith, and Senior ADA Emily McNiff. From the Rockland County Sheriff's Department, Captain Jim Bennison and Lieutenant Chris Ford. Town of Stony Point of Chief Greg Becker. Town of Clarkstown, Captain Glenn Cummings. From the FBI New York-Westchester Safe Streets Task Force, SSRA John Sullivan, Special Agent Justin Gray. NYPD Intel, Detective Carrie Riley. And not present with us, that assisted us as well, is the Westchester County Police Department Aviation and Real-Time Crime Center, City of New Rochelle Police Department, New York State Police, Greenville Sheriff's Office Fugitive Apprehension Special Investigations Team, FBI Columbia, South Carolina Division, South Carolina Law Enforcement Division, Homeland Security, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, the Rockland County Medical Examiner's Office, Haverstraw Ambulance, and the Rockland County Paramedics, Medic 1. Thank you again to all those agencies that were involved. So on July 1st, 2024, at approximately 4 p.m., Haverstraw Dispatch received multiple phone calls reporting a shooting which occurred in the area of West Street and Fairmount Avenue in the Village of Haverstraw. Arriving patrol units located the victim, Christian Alvarado, inside a vehicle which crashed opposite 9 Fairmount Avenue. Haverstraw units removed Alvarado from the vehicle in order to provide emergency aid. It became immediately apparent that Alvarado sustained multiple gunshot wounds to the abdomen and torso area and was in critical condition. Alvarado was transported to Nyack Hospital by Haverstraw Ambulance and Rockland paramedics, but ultimately was pronounced deceased by hospital staff. Haverstraw detectives ultimately began to canvass the area for witnesses and surveillance video, which captured the incident, and were able to quickly identify Yandie Martinez as our suspect. I would like to commend the Haverstraw Detective Bureau for their professionalism, their expertise, determination, and attention to detail during this investigation. As the case plays itself out through the courts, it will show that the investigation and the amount of evidence collected by these detectives prove that Yandie Martinez is guilty of this crime without a shadow of a doubt. Multiple attempts were made by family and friends to have Martinez turn himself in. However, those attempts were unsuccessful. It was clear to us that Martinez was on the run and had no intention of surrendering. We were able to track Martinez through a social media account that he was using, which ultimately led us to an Airbnb he was hiding out in, located in Piedmont, South Carolina. He was taken into custody without incident by the Greenville County Sheriff's Office Fugitive Apprehension Special Investigations Team, assisted by the FBI-Westchester Safe Streets Task Force and FBI Columbia, South Carolina Division. I'd like to thank the members of the community who offered their support and for providing information throughout the investigation. Our leads took us to New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Florida, North Carolina, South Carolina, and the Dominican Republic. Being able to run down these leads is impossible without the collaboration of these outside agencies that I recognized earlier, and I can't thank them all enough. Martinez is currently being held in the Greenville County Correctional Facility in South Carolina, where today he will be presented in federal court to answer a federal UFAP warrant, which stands for unlawful flight to avoid prosecution. He will be remanded to the custody of the U.S. Marshals, and arrangements will be made to transport Martinez back to New York, at which point he will be arraigned on multiple charges, including murder in the second degree and multiple weapons charges. As you can see, this was a case with many moving parts that brought us over 700 miles from Haverstraw to South Carolina. This was truly a team effort amongst many agencies. Again, I'd like to thank and commend everyone involved. At this point, I'd like to turn this over to Deputy Supervisor Cedro Cancel for a few remarks.
Good morning. On behalf of the Town of Haverstraw Supervisor Howard Phillips, we would like to thank the Town of Haverstraw Police Department and all the other police agencies that help us throughout this, capture this individual. It was a team effort, and our town will always be there also to assist any other town whenever they need us. Thank you very much for all the hard work. The town appreciates it.
Thank you. I'd like to call up Rockland County District Attorney Thomas Walsh for a few remarks.
Thank you, Chief. Good morning. Thanks to the hard work of the Town of Haverstraw Police Department under the leadership of Chief Gould, the people of Haverstraw and Rockland County will feel safer and sleep better due to the arrest on July 27th of Yandie Martinez in South Carolina. We wish again to compliment the men and women of the Haverstraw Police Department whose efforts with their law enforcement colleagues in South Carolina and the FBI led to Mr. Martinez's arrest for the July 1st murder in the Village of Haverstraw. I am joined from the District Attorney's Office today with Chief Assistant District Attorney Patrick Frawley, First Assistant District Attorney Doreen Lloyd, and Senior Assistant District Attorney Emily McNiff. This prosecution team, with First Assistant Doreen Lloyd as trial counsel, will prosecute this case to the fullest extent permitted by the law. We are committed to seeking justice for the victim, his family, and holding Mr. Martinez fully accountable for his actions in the Village of Haverstraw. I can assure you, as the case progresses, we will continue to provide updates to keep the public fully informed on the progress of this prosecution. My thoughts and prayers, as those of my office, remain fully with the victim's family. We will seek justice. Thank you.